We are playing a very vital role at the Tshwane Varsity Hackerthon. So we always need to be, upbeat and ready to assist the students where possible, just to make sure that we actually get the kind of quality that we intend to get from this program.
That's a speech there. If you don't take that part and create a shot, I don't know what you want. So if maybe I'm struggling with electricity, I can buy electricity at a cheaper price.
It will not even necessarily at a cheaper price, but there's a certain amount of electricity that you would receive free in addition to what you're buying.
Wow.
Simply because you're registered as an indigent. But if you're not registered, then they would not know.
How do you qualify to become an indigent?
Okay, usually it's not my department, but from what I know, from layman's.
FYC, the People's Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, people from planet the world. My name is Lisita Senosha and I'm the host of the First Year Council's People's Podcast. Now today it's a very interesting podcast because I'm out here in TVH, Tshwane Varsity Hackerthon, and right behind me there's students from multiple universities all the way in Tshwane trying to solve problems that people are going through on local government as well as the world in general. But right here next to me, I've got Morongwe Mashweng. I pronounce it well, eh?
It's Mashweng.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I've got Morongwe Mashweng, who's the acting innovation consultant in the innovation unit right there at Tshwane. Now, they are one of the people who contributed into this show, and they came with issues that they are seeing in their local government. And then they decided, you know what, let's give them to students and see if they can solve them. Maybe the solutions can lead us to the future. But without me talking too much, let me allow her to come and join me. How are you, Miss Morongwe?
Morongwe, yes, Mashweng. I'm well, and you, Liseja?
I'm okay. So, this is a very hefty day.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here up until Sunday, and mind you, it's Friday now.
We've just started the day.
Wow,
yeah.
wow. So, how are you? What's your plan on how you're gonna make sure you're up until Sunday?
Well, lots of water.
Okay.
Lots of coffee.
Okay.
As much Red Bull as the body can take. Because we are playing a very vital role at the Tshwane Varsity Hackerthon. So we always need to be, upbeat and ready to assist the students where possible, just to make sure that we actually get the kind of quality that we intend to get from this program.
That's a speech there. If you don't take that part and create a shot, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. But anyways, Ms. Nrona, before we get to TVH and everything, and by the way, here in TVH, people are going to be up for 3 days. No sleep.
Yeah.
Trying to fix issues that people are having. But without me going there, I want to know a little bit about you, Morongwe. Like, what inspired you to become someone who's working for the local government?
It's actually a very funny story. My first passion from high school was finances. And I registered for local government finance, which was offered in this very same campus.
Okay.
And 3 months in, I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. This is boring. This is not my scene. I need to do something else. I left local government finance and I started a whole other course at Garangwa campus, which was the National Higher Certificate in Accountancy, which was meant to lead me in financial accounting management.
Okay.
But look at me now. Life is a very weird way, ne?
It
took me back to local government. Though I'm not dealing directly with finance, but I'm definitely working in local government.
Wow. This is a calling, really speaking. You are meant to serve the people.
I think so. And I honestly truly believe it right now. I truly believe it. I've been in the city for 10 years now. This year's my 10th year. And I have grown tremendously. And looking at my growth, I realized that each and every little part that has helped me build the brand Morongwe in the city of Tshwane it actually ends up benefiting other people more than me. So I do believe that it is a calling.
Okay. Now, I want to know something. Like, what made you leave finance? Because like it's a good cause.
I know.
I mean, like you just live it.
I know, and it's not just a good cause. I think at the time I even believed that it was going to give me a lot of money, and it probably would give me more money now if I had taken it further. But I started feeling that finance is a bit stagnant for me. And I'm not saying this to try and derail or deter anybody that's already in the field, but it felt stagnant. Like it's the same thing over and over. You know, it's a certain policy, it's a certain way of doing things. The only thing that changes is the environment and the entities that of which you would be auditing for and managing the finances for. So I felt that it's not me. I easily get bored with such things. Like my work environment needs to be exciting. I need to have new projects. I need to have new programs. I need to work on new and exciting things, like have different deliverables as often as I possibly can. And I think that's why I ended up here. That's why I left finance. I could regret it because of the financial gain I could have had. I could have had a lot of money by now, but I'm fulfilled. I'm fulfilled where I am because of the kind of work that I'm doing. It's fulfilling for me, yes.
Wow. So, if you were doing the finance for the local government, you wouldn't be earning what you're earning now as the acting innovation consultant. But I feel like this one is a bigger one. I mean, that one deals with money, but this one, it's actually high.
I think it depends. It depends on the level and the role that you would be playing.
Okay.
But sometimes, finances, they are important, yes, but it's not always fulfilling.
Oh.
So for me, I'm very grateful to be in the space that I'm in, because each and every program that we do within the unit that I'm working in, when I leave, from the planning to the ending and we close out that program, when we write articles on it, I leave feeling fulfilled, because it's usually programs that are not for my benefit. It benefits the community, which is closer to my heart. It benefits the youth.
Zala, when I'm wrong. Wow. Okay, these are the people that are actually trying to push you guys so that you can reach that point that you're looking for. Wow. So, like, usually on a daily basis, what are some of the issues that you face as an acting innovation consultant in the innovation unit?
Okay.
That's always long.
All right. So my unit is in a department called City Strategy and Organizational Performance within the city of Tshwane. And I'm in a division called Innovation and Knowledge Management. The section I work for is called the Innovation Unit. And the challenges that we're trying, innovation is not so big in local government or public sector. So it's a division that it was a department previously, 10 years ago, and it became a division from 2017. But so we're trying to bring forward the innovation model, the innovation way of approaching our day-to-day work into the public sector. And fortunately for us, those little bit of programs that we did, the little bit of reaching out to certain stakeholders to try and do new programs, it has worked, because we've got quite a number of accolades under the City of Tshwane banner for the work that the innovation unit is doing. Yeah, so we do face challenges. Local government, there's political challenges from time to time, change in leadership, the buy-in, when sometimes employees are demoralized and you want them to be innovative, it's a bit difficult, but we need them. So it basically means that we're always running on reserve to try and make sure that we also uplift our very own employees, our colleagues, so that they can also assist us in ensuring that we spread the message and the day-to-day work of making sure that we come up with innovative ways to do our day-to-day work. We cannot remain, we're talking about fourth industrial revolution. We cannot remain in the way that someone who in the office will say, I've been here for 20 years and they're still doing the same thing in the same way. We need to keep moving with the times so that we will measure ourselves up with other countries out there. The innovation unit, we envision ourselves to be, to claim the space of being the innovation capital. We are the capital city in South Africa. Yeah. We've done quite a number of programs and we've been recognized, for the programs. So we are claiming the space to say that we are the innovation capital, but it does not stop there. We need to keep moving. So as times change, as programs change, as what people need out there change, we need to keep up with that as well.
Sure. Sure. You spoke a mouthful over there. You spoke, but there's something that is sticking up to me. I'm thinking to myself, now that you guys are pushing this whole thing of innovation and everything, so what are some of the ideas that are in the building that are part of innovation that you guys are trying to put into place?
Okay. Firstly, our department is based at the new green building, which is the Tshwane House.
Okay.
So I think, should you ever be around, call me to give you a walkabout.
Okay.
When you walk in, you'll feel that it's a green building. That's one of the exciting things that we're doing. But in the innovation unit, we've got a couple of programs that we do with the youth. We've got youth programs. And when we speak about youth, we don't just think about university institutions or tertiary learning age. We are going back to resuscitate some of our young learners programs. So that means from grade 10, there are programs that we have been doing with the Agassi Labs, the Youth Fab Labs that are based in different townships.
Wow.
So we are really trying to make sure that, the value and the knowledge as well as the language of innovation is instilled from a very young age. We're trying to create an environment where our youth do not think of getting a job, but they become job creators through innovation and entrepreneurship.
Wow. Guys. If you see her in any event, please run there and join the event, because you know they're going to be equipping you with skills that are going to push you to the future. Because in this day and age, if you don't have solutions, then the country is dying. Dying. Anyways, let me get to the next one, the event that we are on right now, which is TVH. Now, TVH partnered with TUT and the other sponsors and everything. They decided, let's create this event whereby students are going to be here to come and solve problems that they are having in the institution. And before we get to start talking about the problems and everything, I want to know, where do you guys find these problems?
Okay, so like we said, we are in local government, and the public sector itself, we do have challenges. And like I said, most of our staff component would be people that have been there for quite a while. We would not have all the answers and all the solutions. So we do encounter challenges. So the few challenges that we brought forward to be part of the TVH for students to actually give solutions on, these are just some of the few that we were able to bring forward, just so that they can assist us to help, find solutions for them. We cannot have all the answers. We might be in the innovation unit. We cannot have all the answers. And we are also leveraging on the fact that Tshwane has a very youthful population because of the number of tertiary institutions that we have. So let's make use of that. Let us involve the youth. Let us involve the community, where they are going to be able to assist us to solve the problems that they are facing on a day-to-day.
Wow. So, how do you do the research behind finding the issues that you pose today? And people are thinking like, Lord.
Yes. So what we do is that as an innovation unit, we cannot work in silos. We work with the other departments within the city. So we go back to the very same departments. We say, we are having a program that's coming up at Tshwane Varsity Hackerthon, and one of our other programs is the Tshwane Inter-University Innovation Challenge, and we're going to have a second edition, and we're going to call it the Tshwane Higher Learning Innovation Challenge that's coming up. So we go to the relevant department, to the respective departments in the city, and we say, what are the challenges in your workspace, in your department that you are facing? And in terms of you're facing and you cannot come up with solutions yourself, or the solutions that you've come up with, they don't seem to be working. So what are the problems that we have? And then we involve them, and then we bring them forward, because we are kind of like the interlink between the youth programs, and then we bring it to TVH and say, well, youthful, intelligent students, these are our problems. Maybe you can tell us how to solve them. We don't have all the answers.
You never know what they know.
We really don't. And the previous years runner-ups. I think the entity was called One City. The solution that they came up with was a spectacular one. We would have never thought about it. Where they are offering a battering system.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Battering. You know when you batter?
Oh, battering.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Like
okay, battering. Okay, battering system. So, as my colleague Sipo says, Kanina Gawena, I give you this, you give me that, kind of a thing. We would have never thought about that. And we are in the process now of taking this solution that the students came up with. The students are going to present it to our expo. Okay. And if everything goes well and it's really worth giving them an opportunity, we're going to give them a piloting, meaning testing their solution on a larger scale. So they're going to be able to test it in the local municipality. That means thereafter, whatever results they get from the pilot stage, they can go and sell their solution to anyone.
Wow.
Knowing that it works for certain.
Wow. It's like that guy who became a billionaire by just inventing a please call.
You see, so it's your normal everyday person, and this is the same thing that we even speak on for our staff members as well. We don't do these programs only externally. We also have a component for internal innovation. So where the staff members, our colleagues, can come up with innovative solutions for their day-to-day work, for their day-to-day challenges. And these are just challenges, this program being part of the TVH, these are challenges that are going to help. So it's going to be by the community, for the community.
Okay, I know. Yeah. No, the teammates, your team, the innovation unit, you guys are working. Like, from what you're saying, I could hear there's a lot that happens behind closed curtains and everything. There's just a lot. But anyways, without getting deeper to that, let's go to the issues that you all came with. Yeah. It's the energy and electricity stream, revenue collection, GBV and femicide, health, informatics. Now, tell me about them. Like, maybe start with the first one and tell me what it is and what should they do.
Okay. So what happens is that TVH, being the brainchild for TUT, they bring us different streams. And then they say we can identify the streams that Tshwane will bring problem statements for. So we are given the streams and the topics. We go back to the relevant departments and say, please craft a problem statement based on the challenges that you face. So what we did, the problem statement for energy and electricity and revenue collection for last year is not the same problem statement for this year. Because of course challenges change and we just keep going. So for energy and electricity stream, we had given the students that problem statement where we are saying, give us a solution. It can be obviously an app, because TVH, for ICT, so it can be a website or a system or an app where households are able to have access or abundance of electricity, and they don't have a grid. Households, you don't have an electricity grid, but we as City of Tshwane and Eskom, we have a grid. So we are saying, if you have 100% of electricity, but you're only using 70% of it, is there a way that you can give 30% for Tshwane to store on its grid to be used by other people that need it? So that's the problem statement that we have for the energy and electricity for this year. And it's really up to them. Whichever route they go, we've got mentors from the departments that are going to assist them should they kind of, hit a bit of a snag. So we've got the relevant people from Tshwane working in those departments that are going to assist the students as they're coming up with solutions. For revenue collection is a problem for all the municipalities. I think it's a problem for any entity that is meant to collect revenue. So for revenue collection, we are basically saying, give us innovative ways that we can engage communities that do not pay for the services that the municipality is meant to. But at the same time, remember, not being able to pay it's not always a matter that I don't want to pay. It could be that there are reasons. I could be an indigent, meaning I could be someone who's unable to pay. I could have been retrenched, suddenly became, bedridden, and now I'm unemployed. And so, but those people need to know that the city does provide platforms where they can come and inform us, and we work on a workable way. But now, this is something that has always been happening, but I don't think communities know that there are platforms. You can come and register as an indigent, and there are certain services that you can receive a certain portion of free, and you're billed from a certain way. Like, we just need people to know about this. So we are saying to students, come up with a way where we can interact and communicate better with the community to say that this service exists. Please register for it.
Wow. so if maybe I'm struggling with electricity, I can buy electricity at a cheaper price.
It will not even necessarily at a cheaper price, but there's a certain amount of electricity that you would receive free in addition to what you're buying.
Wow.
Simply because you're registered as an indigent. But if you're not registered, then they would not know.
How do you qualify to become an indigent?
Okay, usually it's not my department, but from what I know, from layman's knowledge, is that it would be a household that doesn't reach a certain threshold of income monthly. And then you would bring, of course, proof. Like, you can't just rely on Morongwe, say, I can't pay. Morongwe must bring proof, of that. And then it goes through the relevant people, and they are able to say, okay, you qualify to be an indigent. So meaning for water, a certain amount of kiloliters will be given for free before they start billing you for the other. And when they bill you, I believe there's a certain ratio or rate that they bill you because you're an indigent. The same for electricity. There's a certain amount of kilowatts that they would give you for free when you're buying your electricity.
Wow.
So we want the community to be aware that exists.
Now the students here are supposed to have a workable solution that can tell them that, and also be able to check the grid if who's bridging. Hey, tell us who's bridging.
I hope their solution would assist with that, because that will probably assist with the amount of load shedding that we are getting. If we knew what the problem is. Yeah, so that's one of the streams. The other one is GBV and femicide. It's basically under the safety stream. So we've got a department called Community and Social Development Services, and that department has a unit called that is for gender. It's a gender unit, but we've kind of combined it because it's safety. We've got our Tshwane Metro Police Department, TMPD people as well here, because GBV at times goes with safety, not all the time. So we are saying to them, we need to come up with a solution, a system, an app, something that women everywhere or gender-based violent people that are being attacked and so forth, they are able to alert the community or alert the police, to say that I need help in this area. Because at times I think we miss the call for assistance, and then we end up writing statistics. So that's one of the things that we are saying. Students, help us. What can we do for the community to openly, speak on this and be able to let us know when they do need help? So it goes together with safety. And the other one is for health informatics. So basically, the city of Tshwane has clinics which provide primary health care free of charge. It's free.
Okay.
So we've got clinics in different regions within the city, and so forth. So we've got 7 regions. So in all 7 regions, we do have community clinics, and we want to be able to reach out to the community to be able to use the services that we have, but also use them as efficiently as possible. I think one of the problems we have with the public health sector is the amount of queues that you have, the amount of issues that people are coming up with. So someone would say, I've been here, they lost the file, I've been here, I still have to wait long queues just to get medication that is actually a repeated script, So it's such things that we are saying, help us to find systems that we can make our community's lives easier. And it's not just for the community. These are Tshwane residents themselves. Us as employees, most of us are also Tshwane residents. We are going to benefit from this. We are just saying, let the youthful, fresh minds come up with solutions so that we can also be on par with other countries out there when it comes to technology.
Wow. The youth, the ones that are not filled with propaganda.
Yes,
But yeah.
yes.
No. This is amazing. This is amazing. I hope we come up with something, because like here we have future leaders in the making, CEOs and the likes that are trying to find solutions for the problems that we have here.
Definitely.
Wow.
Last year was quite successful, so I don't doubt it. And this is their first day here, and already they have a lot of questions. So that tells you that they are aware of what it is that they are doing, or what it is that they are expected to do. And so that is why we are still here. So when people say, no, public servants are, they are lazy, they don't work. Guys, there are some people who are very passionate, and there are people who commit themselves beyond the call of duty. It's a Friday, it's Monday, our children, our
Spring
families,
day.
our peers are out there, but we are here because of the passion for what we are doing.
Wow. Okay. No. That is dope. I actually love what I see here. These people are doing something not only for themselves but also for the people that are out there. But to get out of like we spoke about this thing. Now I want to know, Ore, what is like the achievements that you as the whole structure, Tshwane and everything, milestones that you guys have achieved from this one, except for the ones that you gave me. Like, I want more milestones that you guys broke as a result of having such events.
Oh, okay. Not necessarily for the TVH, because Tshwane only became part of TVH as of last year. So it was our first time becoming a partner to TVH. But we've had other things where we do, which we called the Tshwane Inter-University Innovation Challenge, where it was different university institutions coming together again to do this, but they were not necessarily channeled to bring up systems or apps. It was any solution. It didn't have to be technologically based. And we were the first, it was the first of its kind where we are making university institutions to compete amongst one another. Wow. And it was nice because in the team, we are all, former students of different institutions. So we were all kind of rooting for our own institutions and hoping that they make us proud. And of which they did. It became a very successful program that we did, where when we had concluded and we had winners, we had the French embassy coming on board, and the Blue Oceans, which is a French company, coming on board to say, how can we leverage on this initiative that you guys have just done? So the winners were given Blue Ocean strategies. They were trained in Blue Ocean strategies, and they competed in the first ever African edition of the Blue Oceans Awards. Wow. And amazingly, the overall winner there was a lady by the name of Miss Pinky Mokwena, who's an alumni of TUT.
TUT rocks!
So yes, she went and she represented her solution, and of course represented TUT, represented South Africa even in France or on the solutions that she came up with. And it's so beautiful to watch these kind of things, because these programs that we do, these youth programs that we do, it's not to benefit us. As my boss, Dr. Tato Shupingole says, we are going to eventually work ourselves out of a job, because we are intending to empower other people. And look, if we have a nation filled with entrepreneurial minds, innovative minds, is there still a need for us in the innovation unit? But we don't say that from a set point. It's fulfilling for us. Our programs are meant to equip and empower the youth, equip and empower our communities. And that is the most fulfilling role ever. Like when I go back home, exhausted as I am, when I lay there in bed and I reflect on my day, the joyful part becomes, we are making a difference in someone's life. We are showing them that this idea that you would think is just an idea, it is worthy of becoming an actual business where you can become a person that creates employment and not a person that seeks employment. We are trying to push those kind of things. So these are some of the achievements that we've had. We've been recognized by the Center for Public Service Innovation, the CPSI. We've been recognized by them. We've been recognized by Centrix for the innovative work that we've done. We were recently, I think it was in June, where we were invited to the Municipal Innovation Recognition Awards, hosted by UKZN and Salga, where City of Tshwane, through their programs, we were awarded 3 awards because of the innovation ecosystem and the innovation chain that we are pushing and the innovative programs that we have. And all our innovative programs are aimed at either the youth or the community. So we've had, yes, maybe we don't make as much noise about them, but the accolades are there, the work is there, the reports are there, the evidence is there if anybody wants to see. Because we're in public entity, people might doubt it, but we are doing quite an amazing job, honestly.
Wow.
And it's just a team of 3, hey? It's just a team of 3 people. Just a team of 3 people. This is the reason why we need our colleagues as well. And this is the reason why we include the people in the other departments. We have what we call the innovation patrons. And these are your ordinary person, irrespective of the level of employment or title that they have. They are innovation patrons in the different departments, and they are assisting us to kind of decentralize the role of innovation, so that it's not just us that speaks the language, it's them as well, and they're spreading it out into their departments, into their day-to-day work.
No, let's shout out to them. The 3 people that you're working with, it's you and
Dr. Tato Shuping.
Shout out Dr. Tato.
We call him Dr. Guy, and Usipho Ngasani. Yeah, it's just the 3 of us, and then we are led under the great leadership of Mr. Isaiah Engelbrecht.
Isaiah.
Yes. That is the chief.
Chief of the chief.
Yes, he's the divisional head of our unit. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so now let's end it. I want you to advise someone who's young. This is the first year council. Usually people who watch this are students and the likes. I want you to advise someone who's young about how to get to a point where you're working for something that you truly feel passionate about, and as well you are helping the community, as well as living the best type of life you can ever live.
Okay. I think in the world that we live in, we have kind of seen that money is a nice to have. Anybody knows me knows I love money.
Okay.
It's definitely because it makes your life easy. It makes things go. It makes things happen. But I believe that you must be passionate in your line of work, or even if it's a hobby, have something that you're very passionate about, because irrespective of how difficult the challenges you might find yourself in, because you're passionate about it, you're going to keep going. I've seen this with myself. I've been pushed into boundaries and limits that I never knew I could actually handle. But because I'm so passionate about what I do, even when the challenges, we've got internal challenges, in our institutions. But even when they come at times, because of the kind of passion that I have, because of what I want to see at the end of something, we keep pushing. And you can only do that if you're passionate. So I would say, as much as we're chasing money, we must also find things that we're passionate about. Whether you're going to do it alongside the money or do it for the money, but let it be something that you're very passionate about. That way you're going to give yourself selflessly. And when you give yourself selflessly, you don't look at the time that you're committing. You don't look at the amount of money you're spending just to make things happen. You don't look at what it is that it's taking away from you, because it does take away from you. You need to be ready for the sacrifices. You need to be ready to offer yourself to everyone that needs you at that particular point. So it's very important to go for something that you're very passionate about.
Word of the day: go after something that you're passionate about. Then you're gonna have the best life possible in her definition. But anyways, to the people out there, thank you for watching this, and thank you for reaching this far. And Miss Mashweng, thank you very much for joining me on this podcast. And I believe all the listeners out there, they actually learned something from you because, wow, you spoke a mouthful. I've never had, I've had people, but not someone who's giving,
You see the passion.
Yeah.
You see the passion.
I see it inside the subtitles there. Yeah. No, the passion is there. No,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all the best with your endeavors. Not only that, but even your personal things in your life. More life, more money, so that your life can be simpler.
I totally receive. No, thank you very much for having me. I think in closing from my side is that I would like the youth to know and the community to know that the city of Tshwane does create platforms, and we do have various platforms where we are able and open to listening to ideas and to assist entrepreneurial minds and innovative minds to kind of give birth to these ideas that they have, just to give you a chance to be able to test what it is that you have, and thereafter you can flourish. We've got various people that we gave an opportunity to, like Mr. Paseka Solang on the leakless valve. He came, it was tested in city of Tshwane, and his company is flourishing. He's now an employer of a lot of other people, and these are the kind of things that when we hear, it gives us pure joy. So please, guys, if you're out there, reach out. Mr. Mesh knows the right people in the city, the right department to reach out to, and if there's something, we might be able to give you an opportunity to hear you out and assist where we possibly can. We don't have money. We are not able to buy anything, but we are able to kind of help you see your dream become a reality.
So is there like an email to your unit where they can communicate, or maybe a number that I can put in the description?
Okay, we have an email, innovation at Tshwane. Tshwane is spelled TSHWANE.gov.za. They can copy me, Morongwe, so I'm going to say MORONGOE, M for mother, at Tshwane.gov.za.
Okay. No, I'm gonna make sure that I type it in the description so that for those who are who want it, they can just go below and click on it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, and cheers. Bye.
Bye.
FYC, the People's Podcast.